What's up, guys? Jake at Hot Skulls here. I got asked about tanks for larger animals, elk, moose, etc. I've touched base on these a little bit. How I run deer tanks in these freezers with the heat lamps, the thermostats, and just let them soak in here and degrease. No water and ammonia. But the question I got is, what do I do with the larger stuff? Let me show you. 150 gallon trough. I use a 1500 watt immersion heater. Like this. So I got these totes, fit the elk in. The only thing you'll have a problem with is the moose because they have awkward antlers. You can run them with just the immersion heater in the water without the totes. I just prefer not to because I'll use a little bit less ammonia. Typically a gallon of ammonia per tank is what I'll use here. But yeah, so I'll fill this thing up, halfway with water. Fill these up to the pedicles and put the water and ammonia in these guys, and then just fill this up with water and heat it with this immersion heater. This is 1500 watts, so I hook it to a digital thermostat, set my temperatures, and let it roll. When you're using the 1500 watt immersion heater, I use the 15 amp version of the digital heater. Lots of things you can do. I run this outside. Obviously, it's not super warm out. I'm getting ready to put insulation around this for the winter. Cover it with a tarp. Helps keep some heat in. Cover the fluid up with bubble wrap or ping pong balls. That helps keep the condensation down. You also, in this case, I just use an old ground blind. I'll cover the whole thing up with this old ground blind that I don't use anymore. Just some things you can do to keep the insulation in. That's it. This is what I do for maceration and degreasing on larger heads. You can see I got some good ones here. These are just starting to degrease after maceration. But yeah, that's it. Easy setup. You can get these typically used for pretty cheap, 50, 60 bucks. That immersion heater I think is about 30 or 35, and digit in it is $42 if you get the 15 amp version. So really basically about one deposit on these elk pays for this entire setup. So if you're running a business or trying to do just a handful of them a year, it'll pay for itself pretty much right away. I try to stay away from the galvanized tubs. I like to run the plastic ones. So, yep, that's it. Just answering a question here. Again, like and follow my pages, Hot Skulls at Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. Let me know what you think of all this, and hit me up if you have any questions. Thanks, guys.